Hello everyone, welcome to a special off the shelf. As you can see, I am in the shelf space right now, but we're about to
hope he appreciates
it. We're about to do some cleaning on this place. Here, let me switch around. So I've kind of let things get a little out of hand in here. I think I mentioned it in an earlier video, but my backlog and organization here has just completely fallen apart. So I'm going to try to do some fairly major cleanup, reorganization in this place in hopes of getting everything kind of back in order. My goal is to have it done by the end of the week. We'll see how far along we get on that. Shoky of Shoky Reviews is going to be coming by on Friday. This is Tuesday, I believe, as I'm recording this. And I'll be doing a few things before he gets here. But I'm going to be editing all the stuff together and trying to document a lot of the stuff, at least as much of it as I can. So yeah, main goals are going to be, I really want to get this area back under control, which will probably involve a reorganization of the shelves over here and take care of stuff underneath my review desk. You can see I'm working on some stuff over here. And then over here, this red chair, not that you can tell it's a chair because it's just covered in crud, is going to be going away. The main reason we held on to it is because it folds out into a bed, but we never have anybody extra stay at the house anymore. And truth be told, one or more of the slats on that thing is busted. So we are just going to probably put it out to the curb and let somebody take it home with them. And ultimately, I also want to get more of my comic books bagged up. Those bags right there are a lot of my unread comics that need to be bagged, boarded, and boxed. And that's going to be a major thing I'm going to do. And hopefully I'll be able to get them kind of in the shelves here that you can just barely see and properly organized. We'll just have to see. It's a lot of work. Don't know how much of it I'm going to get done, but I'm hopeful to at least get a chunk of this done and under control. And having help from other people is certainly going to make this easier. So yeah, that's the plan, and let's see how that all pans out. All right, so it doesn't look like I've made a lot of progress, but I have done quite a bit. So, as you can see right here, all the boxes, well, most of them, that were there have been moved. They're no longer there, and I've kind of separated them out. So, first pile we got is this. These are kits that have been built, and their figures are out displayed somewhere or going to be stored somewhere. And what needs to happen to them is they need to be what I'm calling deboxed. And so what I'm going to do is take out the manual, the other paperwork, any extra runners or parts, put those into bags, and then take the lid, break it down, and then basically I'll do something like this. So you can see the lid, extra parts, and the instructions are all in there. And then these go into another box somewhere, taking up far less space. It's a little trick that I picked up. It's kind of based off of something I saw. I think it was Zaku Aurelius did. And that helps get things in order. I actually have a bunch of them there, but I need to kind of redo that system because the box they're in is actually too small for it now, and is probably going to fall apart if I keep on trying to do it. Now, the rest of the stuff is right here. Not going to live out in the hallway forever. I'm just putting it out here temporarily. So this box right here is basically the backlog. These are all the kits that are either not built yet or are partially built, with the exception of the Age 1 Age 2 Magnum is still out, ready to be built. These kits right here are basically kits that have been built and are basically going to be used as either future customs or mostly like as donor parts. This box right here is unfinished customs. And then this box right here is basically custom parts and leftover bits for customs. I'm going to find better places for these. This is right now just to kind of get everything together and organized. So yeah, I'm making good progress, I feel. The next step, I think, is I'm going to go to the comic store, pick up some bags, boards, and boxes, and get started on that aspect. Alright, so I have started bagging and boarding and boxing a lot of the comics. Almost all of the loose ones have been bagged and boarded, so that's good. I apparently have a box filled with ones that haven't been yet, so I'll need to go in and do that. And then these just need to be put in their respective boxes, which I got some new ones, so that way I can better sort things and just get things a little bit better organized.
Yeah, shoot the floor first. Great cinematography.
As you can tell, I'm here with Shoky now.
Of course, pointed at me. I'm sweaty.
And we've done quite a bit of work. The red chair is gone and has been replaced with that shelf. And I spent way too much time last night getting these comic books all organized. Though I still ran into some issues where I'm going to eventually want to get 2 or more boxes to better future-proof the setup.
I should have brought my other chair for you. You could have my other rolling chair.
Yeah.
You could be more mobile and take up more space. So, guys, if I've been coming over, how long have I been coming over here? More than a year, at least.
Thereabouts, yeah.
I didn't know there was a chair in that corner. It never occurred to me that it was a chair. I thought it was another just surface because I'd never seen it as a physical thing to sit on. And I sat on it before we took it out. It was very comfy. Now it'll be somebody else's without at the curb.
Yeah. It had always been covered with just
Stuff.
crap.
Boxes,
so
things. Not actual crap.
so it needed to go.
Alright, so what we're going to be working on is he's got all these books over here that are taking up his review space, and because he needs to be able to maximize and work, we're going to be emptying that out to go onto that shelf and then making that go somewhere. In fact, all those figures and stuff you have can totally go there.
Yep.
We can organize a little bit, and then we're going to be, emptying out some of this stuff to there.
Yeah, so, and then we're also probably going to try to conquer this stuff and figure out a way to We will,
because I'm not leaving here until at least some of that is there. I feel like I'm on Hoarders because I have to do this with my own stuff. So if it drives me crazy to do it with myself, I have to push someone else to do it as well. It's like, come on, we can be better. We can do better.
So,
and I want to be able to hang out in here and have room and have better organized stuff and be able to turn around and go, oh, there's a Gunpla sitting here that I'm talking about. Because remember when we did that one video? I was like, where is that thing? It's like, it's right behind you. I didn't even know. I couldn't even see it. Because, like, your prolific Transformers collection is, and this isn't even all of what's on display in the house. This is just what's in this one little room. You know, you're missing a beat here, though. What you should do is take over Xavier's room. Be like, this is Daddy's new workspace. Sorry, kid. And then we're gonna eventually get into there for reasons. So we got a lot of time today, but we're hopefully gonna have time to go make a run over to Japan House because he's never been there, and I'm still looking for a silver bullet.
All right.
I can't spend a lot of money today, but I want to spend.
Let's get started then.
No, I want to talk about it, not actually accomplish anything.
All right, so progress.
Sort of. Show the shelf of books.
So we got that all rigged up now. It's still a little bit messy, but we're getting there.
I'm trying to figure out how that's a much bigger shelf.
Uh-huh.
And all the same stuff fit on it almost exactly the same.
Well,
no. I'm sorry. We put all that extra.
We added
way more.
There was a long box filled with Wizard and Nintendo Power magazines, and that's now up there. So that is the last of my old long boxes have been removed from this room. Because it used to be these were all in long boxes, and then I shifted to short boxes because they were much easier to deal with.
Take up less space.
Yep. And so next step is just sort of slowly working our way around. We're gonna
moving stuff from one spot to another and
pretty much
an empty spot.
Pretty much.
It's all about finding a new empty spot. You're really good at filming the floor.
Well, I'm filming all the stuff around it.
Okay, so that's your building supplies right there. So that's what we're gonna move.
So those are going to go over there, and yeah. About the thought of going to high school, which was I was kind of, scared and uncertain about it.
No. So guys, we're making progress here. We're finally emptying out all the stuff down here. Kind of much cool turtle stuff.
Yeah, my old Turtle Blimp 2 specifically.
It's in pieces.
It's in pieces.
Should we put it into pieces? Like, do it up. Like, instead of tucking it away.
The main problem is the blimp doesn't inflate anymore.
Trash!
No.
Sell!
I refuse. No. Repair, keep in repair at some point.
This is what I've been dealing with for hours, guys. That you don't need.
That I don't need.
I have one of those too. I don't even go to Lego store that often anymore. Label maker. No. Old slide phone.
That's my old slide phone. So
Trash.
That's why trash. That's what that Pantex stuff was for.
Okay.
Oh, that's cool.
What's that? Matchbox 20 USB drive.
Not just USB drive. This has a recording from the concert that we went to.
Oh, trash.
Specific. Screw you.
Take it out of the bracelet and download it to your computer. Right. Do you need that egg timer? Seriously, I've been dealing with this for a couple hours. I get that some things do have value, like that stuff right there. But they should be on display.
That's handy.
You know, one thing that I haven't done that I need to do, GameStop has the 4-pack of like the OG Turtles re-released from NECA. I need to get those.
Is it the
It's those.
Oh, so
yeah,
the cartoon version.
Yeah, cartoon Turtles. Walmart had the black and white version, and then hey, I had that exact same thing. Mm-hmm. Mine's broken too. Oh, yours works. Mine broke.
I might get that.
Custom. Until we make a big custom bazooka out of that. Oh yeah, and he bashed his head on or scratched himself like a tummy. Yeah, purple. Yep. TurboTax. That's something you need software for. That actually reminds me, I need to do my taxes. Oh, look at the babies.
Oh yeah,
they're so young. Look at these people. Look at him. He had more hair. You look good there, dude. Also, I'm not used to seeing the wifey with color hair. Here, hold on. I want to send a picture of this. You'll have to bleep her name.
Whole bunch of mini figs that belong to my wife.
See, we should have met a long time ago. Though then again, I probably wouldn't have got along with y'all as good when I was single.
Let's see.
Okay, that's gonna take like 6 days to go through. Okay.
Find a bunch of blank CDs, but I don't know if they're blank or if they got stuff on them. I'll have to look through them later.
How important could it be if you didn't even write what they were? Were you hiding secret Russian documents?
Maybe.
That one has a code on it.
That was for an old router that we don't use anymore.
When your router had to be installed. It's amazing the amount of software and crap that's in here.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just emergency. Yeah, you're gonna have to like spend like a day just going like where do you even get to do the micro disc? I guess those are playing a regular CD player.
Yeah, they're playing a regular CD player.
I was like, you don't even have a GameCube to put them in.
No.
And
Doesn't work that
what is a
way.
little circuit board down there?
So, this is actually a piece off of an old.
It's a window motor, isn't it?
No,
Oh.
this is off of a big printer that I used to use at work. This probably came off when you did the C900 or the 7. Yeah. It was a cool thing.
Yeah, if you could have used that for something, yes. But how long has it been in there? Believe me, I know how this goes. I keep telling you that as we're doing this. I know how that goes. I'm really one of those too. What? Is that a show?
It's an
It's a
old
game.
game or something.
Yeah, it's only disc 1, so odds are the other discs aren't even around anymore.
I think it was a single disc thing, but yeah.
DVD-R. Wow.
Yeah, so a lot of these were stuff that we got because
You need to digitize all that crap.
the camcorder that we used
Yeah.
for the wedding used these kind of things.
Nice. Time to digitize, my friend. Oh my god, a floppy disk.
There's been a couple of floppy disks.
Do you even have a computer that can run a floppy disk?
I'm not sure.
I bet your computer out there, that's your new one, right?
Yeah.
It does not have a floppy disk on it. I guarantee it.
You're probably right. Oh wow.
Yeah. You have to buy a separate floppy drive now. We're back to 1985 now. You have to buy a separate floppy. Oh, good lord. You definitely don't need that. iPod Nano, huh?
I'll check with Joan on that because that is.
Well,
I think that's
make sure
hers.
there's nothing important on it.
Yeah.
Dude, you know what sucks? I found my old iPod. It was in my backpack. It won't take a charge anymore, and I really would have liked to got the music off of it. Because my iTunes got hacked, so
Oh, no.
they blocked my account.
Let's see.
And I guess I could go
That's
through.
all stuff for. I think that's the current printer.
Something's making me
Yeah.
itch. Are you sure you don't need this? It's for a transformer.
I'm sure I don't need it. It's a transformer that I don't have anymore. Technically, it wasn't even mine.
Oh, I thought it was Dinobot.
No, that was part of a line that
Oh.
they were called Switch and Goes, and they were these kind of neat little dinosaurs that turned into.
Oh, it's from
vehicles.
VTech. Yeah, but it's also got some electronics in it.
And Xavier was into them for a little while,
They seem pricey.
and
What? Yeah, this is definitely a stuff you really should. What the balls is that?
I don't know.
I don't know if that
That
word
may
is.
be connected to
Project Z.
Project One.
Oh.
Oh, may have to show that to you later.
Not today. We're already running out of time.
Okay.
We're also not good. We don't get to go to Japan half today. He sucks.
I
Huh.
suck.
Well, we can go later.
Okay.
Just not during rush hour because we won't be able to get there. Sewing kit. Save
Yeah.
that. No one in this house sews ever. Is that a pen? Yeah. What the? I'm very confused.
It's a pencil
Right.
with giant lead.
Right. It's also a pun.
Okay, what the heck is all this stuff?
Old gift cards. GameStop card. Don't need that. Oh, look at that.
That's
Look at the youngin.
that.
Definitely don't need that.
That. That guy's dead now.
Fort Bend County library card. That guy's dead now.
Yes.
That's a good way to know that you need to get rid of some business cards. That guy's dead. Now. He wasn't dead earlier. That's a receipt.
I feel a little weird phrasing it that way because.
Oh, hate to mention. Nice. That's what the.
Yeah. That's a thing. Just finding USB flash drives everywhere.
I have a thing on my nightstand that's full of USB drives. Some have stuff on them, some I'm not sure.
Neat little
Hunk of quartz.
Yeah, my brother found that for me. So.
Yes, I keep smelling things.
Why do you keep?
Because rocks sometimes smell. I used to have a whole rock collection in the bottom of my toy bin. Then I threw them all away. Tiny chicken?
Tiny chicken. Demonetized.
No monetize. Okay, so here's the goal. That now goes away.
This needs to go away.
That needs to go away. You need to find a way to compact or display some of the things that are here.
Yeah.
So our ultimate goal here is to not just throw away stuff, to find stuff to either donate or find a new home for, one way or the other, even if it's within the same house. But to organize it better, so it's not just piles and piles and piles, like it currently is, a giant pile on the floor.
Well, some of this I know where it's going to go.
And displaying some stuff that is not on display.
Yeah. I think I mentioned it earlier, but what I want to do is a lot of this stuff is probably going to end up in storage. And I'm going to replace it with more current figs just because I don't have a whole lot. I have a bunch of them, but I don't have them on display.
And then a bunch of the stuff that we pulled out over here. He had a box of Transformers he hadn't even opened because he's a dork like that. So we're going to open them and we're going to put them on display.
Yep.
And then
you're going to see it all for your amusement.
Yep.
All
Someone's amusement. Was it just going to be, I can't believe we wasted so much time.
right.
Okay, so all those CDs put back in that basket and then take that basket in the living room. So any of the electronics and stuff that we're like, okay, I don't know what to do with that, put it all into that thing.
Yeah.
Including the CD label maker thing that you don't need. Because you're not going to burn CDs anymore.
Be surprised.
No, I wouldn't. Because nobody uses CDs. You can barely buy a CD in a store now. Or DVDs. Like, it's hard to even buy things anymore. Everybody's digital. It's like you need to spend like 6 hours, maybe longer, just going through and digitizing all these things. Those are floppies.
No.
Oh, no.
That's not a floppy.
That's not a floppy. That's a
zip disk.
You still have the zip drive? Oh, wasn't that the thing?
I think my father-in-law has.
Oh no, that was a case for the zip thing. This is what you had out earlier. That.
Yeah, a lot of these are.
Holy crap!
These were projects from. Oh, so this has like my original website on it.
You can't go to it because it's on a disc.
Pretty much, because the domain name doesn't exist anymore.
See, that's how you keep a website really private. You put it in a box.
But of course, you can see what it's called. So even Rodimus 13 has been the reason I go by Rodimus 13 is because Hot Rod and Rodimus Prime were my favorite Transformers, and when I first used that name, I was 13 years old.
Well, I go by Shoky because people called me Shoky. And my original thing is Shoky 01 because I started going by that name in 2001 for the most part.
And is there weird technology things in here?
Yeah, what was that? That's that charger.
That's
that charger thing we dug out earlier.
Yeah, that's out there right now.
So that's just the packaging for that charger.
Well, packaging with all of its...
Jesus Christ.
It had adapters for it because we were having trouble
finding...
That's
got adapters for different batteries and such.
Because we were having trouble finding the charger at one point.
That's still partially useful.
Yeah, maybe.
Or it's partially donatable.
Let's see.
Which is 100% donatable. I've been pushing him to do things. And it's working most of the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I actually got him to get rid of some shit. Okay, is that actually a bag of trash?
I'm double checking it right now.
That's a lot of pens.
Yeah.
Was that Sharpie? Stupid.
I don't know.
Is that a Sharpie? What's double indie? Oh, What the? I don't understand.
That's probably a sign.
Was that supposed to come off with the cap? Trash, never mind. Ah! Scared me slightly. Thank you for making me feel better about my own mess.
That is...
But, like I said, my mess mostly consists of the fact that I can't get rid of boxes until we have somewhere to live. Like, I need to have the boxes to transport stuff. And then, like, when we pack up my Gunpla, when we do move, I'm going to pack as many as I can into one box safely so that I can throw away boxes when we do move. So I don't have to take all of those boxes with me, you know? Because, I don't know if I ever showed you, the way we moved before, and the way I moved before that, I packed my Gunpla and my Power Rangers and stuff like that back in their boxes and filled the detolfs with the boxes. And so we just moved everything out on a dolly. So the glass shelves for the detolfs were on the bottom, so they were just resting there, and the things were filled top to bottom with the boxes of the Gunpla and stuff. Really good way to transport. Like, it was foolproof.
I want to say we did something similar to that during one of our moves. Not with those detolfs, but I think we had, like, some of the shelves we had put stuff in.
Okay,
so that actually took care of quite a few things.
So what we really need to do down the line, and I've mentioned this several times already, is posters and stuff need to be put in frames and hung up somehow. Because you have a lot of cool posters, and most of them are just in the drawer or rolled up in a thing, not ever to be seen. I have the same problem. I've got like a bunch of cool posters.
I have too many posters to actually hang up. That's part of the issue, though.
Well, why do you have posters that can't be hung up?
Because I want them.
But why? You can't even see them. You're just enjoying the space they take up.
Maybe.
I'm gonna hit you with your posters. Hey, I do the same thing. You should see my nightstand drawer. After we move again, or when we go to move again, I'm gonna throw away a ton of shit that's in there.
Okay.
I still have BlackBerry batteries just in case I feel like trying to power up my old BlackBerry.
The one that's in a frame?
Yeah. It still should work. I just needed a battery that would stay in place. The problem is that it wouldn't hold a charge, and then... Oh, I just barely knew. Oh, by the way, this guy missed the Lego box. So we actually have a bunch of Lego parts down here that didn't make it into the bag of Legos. And we do need to get a couple screws to hang this guy.
No, that's...
When we get there.
We can probably do that, because I need to run out there anyway, so I can probably...
You have those little hangers. You have the little command strip hangers.
Yeah, I don't know...
Those would work.
What?
If they're not too shallow.
They're the ones that you saw, I think, were really small ones, though.
Well, I mean, it's only got to be enough to hook that.
Well, let's take a look.
Well, let's get some of this shit out.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't know where the Lego thingy went.
It's out there.
Oh, there's that one, right?
Actually, no, let's just pop it in there.
Yeah. They're just random bits.
Okay.
I think there's still a few more down here, but that's okay. It's like, it looked really good in here a minute ago before we had to tear all that up, but that was the point.
Though,
we have to make a mess to clean the mess.
Truth be told, yeah, it looks weird right now.
But look how much space we gained, because assuming that all of this doesn't go right back into that spot.
Well, even if those end up back here, that's still... This is... I don't...
But one thing is, look, those two things could almost be one thing now.
Potentially. Okay, let's...
Yep, you had to go out first. Ooh, you almost missed that one. Okay, so there's some donate stuff. Holy shit, this bag is so heavy. Probably gonna have to dig out some of that heavy stuff. Alright, I'm gonna stop recording for now.
Okay, so we're pretty much done for the day. Try to get... Stop moving, you.
By the way, you cut off your own self because you started talking before the camera was rolling.
Did I?
So...
Yeah, we've gotten quite a bit done. It doesn't completely look it. Shoky's ready to kill me because I'm not willing to throw away as much stuff as he would like.
Throw it away.
It's going to get there. It probably will. But let's take a look at what we've done. And here we are. So this area is still very much a mess.
Don't look here. This has not happened yet.
But the comic books are all set up like I mentioned earlier. We got the shelf that was over here is now over here, with some of my Super Sentai and Kamen Rider stuff on display, with some random books at the bottom.
That you've had for over a year now.
Yeah, I felt really bad not having these guys out. So here they are, and I need to get the rest of them so I can have a complete set.
For reference, we played with Kurano January 13th last year.
Yeah.
That's when we opened Kurano. You never even did the reviews. But we did make progress over here.
Yeah.
It doesn't look like it.
So, but pretty much all the stuff that was there has been either consolidated or moved.
Or thrown away.
Yeah. There's some stuff that's still kind of around, but
needs to be dealt with.
But we're getting there. We have
the
bookshelf with a TV set up.
Well,
sort of.
Getting there. You do need to tidy up. Go through the little stuff, do something with it when I'm not here.
Pretty much.
And then the desk is like actually a big important thing, because really there was only a small amount of your desk that was usable. And now, well, it's covered in all the Transformers you had not opened, except for the Constructicons, which you're saving for review. I can be here to help you with that when you're ready.
That might be cool.
Because you haven't done anything that in-depth yet. But once these are put away, which you're doing on your own, because I had to open all these damn things.
Thank you, by the way.
Yeah, so I opened all of those for him while he was doing other stuff. So I got to open a lot of toys today, including the 2 big boys that are out there. We got to do that. I got to play with Fort Max for once. But he's going to reorganize that shelf, bring out some new stuff, which is things we didn't have time to do today. His closet is a mess. But we'll get to that eventually.
Though, surprisingly, the closet is a little bit more organized now than it was before.
Well, there's less stuff and more stuff in there at the same time.
Yeah.
Make sure you're showing the floor. Make sure you see the floor. Not much has really changed at all in this area, but it's fine. The biggest things were getting rid of the junk that was down there and organizing it, getting rid of the junk that was down there and organizing it, and just trying to make semblance of the thing, especially getting under the desk. Cleared out 3 boxes of stuff and consolidated that into one thing, and put a whole bunch of stuff that should be thrown away in another box to make it more consolidated, more concise, and just making the room more usable. Because
exactly.
It was basically turning into a storage area that you were trying to build Gunpla in.
And it was quickly not working. Shoky can tell you, I was having a conversation with him over Messenger and had to stop because I had accidentally knocked over some boxes and accidentally caused a Gunpla to fall apart.
Yeah, that was bad.
And that was basically when I was like, no, this has to end.
Yeah, so that was
the straw that broke the camel's back, as it were.
We were already talking about doing it, and that was just like, okay, that was it. So
but
really we need organization and storage solutions for you.
Mm-hmm.
And just being able to put things away in a way that makes sense and not just have stuff everywhere. And that's the biggest problem almost everyone has. I'm guilty of it. Flat surfaces just become things for stuff to pile on. And when you need to function in a space, like in here where you need to do reviews or build stuff, you have to have an actual functional area. And if it's just covered in all the shit that you have used or played with and you just aren't putting away, you do have to clean it up. And then having proper storage things. We've got that long box we reused a couple tubs to put other stuff away after emptying out those tubs. That all is great.
Yeah, that long box in there has a bunch of just random comics that I've gathered. A lot of stuff from like Free Comic Book Day and stuff like that. Things that I wouldn't necessarily want to put into the main collection, but I would like to hold on to and read at some other point. So we put it over here. It's out of the way.
Yep. And
it uses all one box. We just barely were able to get everything to fit.
Oh, there's your Fort Max stickers that I'm going to make you put on. Because they're nowhere near as bad as Metroplex, so you should do them. Or let me have
someday.
Them. Let me have them, I'll do them. But either way, I'm glad we made some progress. I know it's actually hard to tell. I know that's not an insult, but knowing what we've done and seeing the actual difference of more floor space, which there wasn't any.
And we had like 10 or so bags of trash now, I think.
Up to 8 at least, minimum. But a lot of those are filled with large things we finally parted with. But the thing I like the most, your backlog is no longer piled up behind where you needed to work.
Yeah.
You no longer have a stack of stuff that just needed to go away. You now have a lot of room on your desk. like a lot.
Yeah.
Like, that you had no room to function.
Yeah, it's almost a little overwhelming how much stuff is there now.
So, I mean, like, if we could find, like I said before, if we could find some better solutions for, like, making this tighter, so we can get more stuff over here, so that you can really, like, just maximize it, no pun intended, and then utilize this space for, like, Gunpla, like you wanted to do, then I think ultimately, like, we're not done by any means. It's just as much as we could do in one day, and there were a lot of big steps. We need to tackle the closet, like, really tackle it, and I'm going to have to break you.
Yeah.
You need to look the other way for a few things.
Shoky has been really kicking my butt on making sure that I construct additional pylons.
You need to construct additional pylons because you don't have enough power to run all of your equipment. Make more pylons so that you can actually have more shield generators.
But he's been helping me basically go, it's like, do you really need that? Do you really need that?
Yes,
yeah.
No.
And
Trash.
so while I resisted on some things, I, particularly for me, knowing myself, I got rid of quite a few things.
And that's the hard part. And I understand it. I really do. But I hit that same point and I had to do it alone.
Yeah.
The wife yelled at me, but that's not the same thing as what I tried to do to you. Me, I was just a constant, come on.
Well, and what helps is the way you talk about it, I can tell you talk about it because as somebody who came from the same place, basically,
I'm not
you know exactly what I'm going through, exactly the thoughts that are going through my head, and how it can be a difficult thing to do. And so, I appreciate your help on this, man. I really, really do.
Yeah, and we'll make more progress over time. But you got to do a lot more tonight or tomorrow morning or something. I know you got a busy day tomorrow, but if you stop now, I have to stop because I got to go home. We've been at this for like 11 hours.
Yeah.
With the exception of stopping for lunch and dinner. Like even at dinner, I didn't stop. I was still opening Transformers. So I want you to show me within the next 12 hours that desk organized again.
We'll have to see. I have a birthday.
Not a pile of Transformers moved to somewhere else. Put them in a spot they go.
I got a birthday party to run tomorrow.
It ain't bedtime. It's not bedtime. You could organize these Transformers in an hour. You could.
Possibly. Stuff like Six Gun and Cog need to go up. They
have a home.
And
then like most
Brunt must be with those other.
Still in the package.
Yeah.
So that's your homework. You know, and with any of these the redo shows, you get homework. Your only homework is to get the Transformers that are open off this desk and onto that shelf. Or on top of these boxes. I don't care. Just over there where they're going to live. And then later on, whenever you finally get around to organizing that shelf, you know, in a couple weeks or so, then they'll have their permanent home. But you need to be able to use your desk ASAP. Yeah. If you leave that for a week, or Monday.
I have 2 videos that I can put up that don't involve me using my set, but that gives me basically a single week to work on this, and I still need to.
The longer you wait, the less chance you are to do it. And I told you that.
Agreed.
Every step of the way today, I said, if you put that away, you're never going to do it again. He was not allowed to bring certain things back in this room. And he did, only to get it out of the living room.
Yeah, because
some of this wasn't supposed to come back in. But the comic books didn't come back in. Those
correct.
Those 2 boxes of comics.
I'm going to have to figure out where they're going, but...
Yeah, so we've got to find a way for those to go away. If anybody wants some comics...
I'm almost actually ready to like just give them to you and you could drop them off. And
I'm not taking them home. They go home with me, I get yelled at.
Well, my thought was you take them to that place because it's closer to you.
I mean, or you just wait until next time you can come up.
Yeah.
Just don't put them away. Put them where they'll inconvenience you so you don't forget them.
They'd probably end up over here or something.
Over there, because how long did it take them to dig our way to the door? Like, honestly.
Well, that was just because this was in the way.
All of that was in the way. Everything under there was in the way. I mean, a table was not the problem. It's everything around it. And this is a problem that a lot of people have with their collections. It gets out of hand. And you've got storage, like ridiculous storage in there already. So it's just making better use of the stuff you have, condensing the things that are actually taking up space that's doable. And this is something for everybody, not just him. I have to do it. I'm running out of shelf space every day. I got rid of stuff. I know that's the hardest part, is getting rid of stuff. Whether you give it to a friend, whether you give it to Goodwill, whether you try to sell it on Facebook or something, get rid of some stuff. I know it's the hardest thing in the universe to do, especially when you spent a decade cultivating stuff. You gotta
a little bit longer for me, but yeah.
Well, I'm just saying. I mean, it doesn't have to be a whole shelf of stuff, but it can be, okay, this has literally not been touched in 6 years. Time for it to go. If it's not,
I'm trying to get better about that.
I got rid of all the Pokemon things that are on top of my shelves. Got rid of last weekend. Eric took all of them home.
Oh, after the party?
Well, yeah, he took them home at the party. So
okay.
I gave up all that stuff. I love those things. I thought they were a great display piece. They weren't doing me any good. He can use them. They like Pokemon, and he can practice painting on them too. I gave up a whole bunch of model kits to him and you. Still got plenty I want to give away. So it's just like, at what point do you just say, it's too much, I don't have anywhere to put it, I'm literally never going to do anything with it, it's time for it to go. So, even if you gotta, okay, this one thing, this one thing, this one thing, pick and choose. You'd be surprised at how fast a shelf can empty out when you finally get that click. It's always about the thing you're willing to do. And that's just progress for everybody. It's about bettering yourself, bettering your life, and bettering your collection. And now I'm preaching. It's fine. I just wanted
Shoky thinks
to play with the
Q-Tamas.
I just wanted to play with the Q-Tamas and other big robots. Hey, but I got to unbox those and play with them.
That was fun, yeah.
We need to put power in those things so we can play with them the way they're meant to be.
Yes, particularly this guy.
In your Deca driver.
Yep.
That'd be fun. We get to play. We're gonna do that. We're gonna do a video on that Voltron soon.
So at some point, yeah, we need to do something with that.
That'd be a lot of fun to play with that. This was our birthday get together. Last year we had fun. This year was work. it's like we got to play with robots, but it was worth it. It was a lot of fun, and there will be repercussions because you have to help me later.
Yeah.
Probably when it's our time to move, you're gonna have to come help me put everything away in boxes, and then help me get rid of stuff.
Well, I think one of the ways I solidified that I was a friend of yours was when you were thinking that you were going to have to leave your apartment because it was flooding, basically. Yeah. I was like, I have boxes. I can help you. I know you met me once, but I have boxes and can help. And you're like, oh, okay, so this is a cool guy.
Well, you were already willing to come and hang out. So that's a long drive, so we've integrated each other into lives at this point. If we lived closer, it'd be a different story. Because I would come over every day and help you shovel something out of the way.
Either that or we'd get sick of each other.
All right, but that's good.
Yes.
Find a way to end this video.
So, yeah, that is the end of this video and this particular adventure. I will probably do an update once we get a little bit more done on this. But this has been basically my week, getting everything all tidied up, ready for tidying up, and just trying to get things a little bit more under control. So probably expect an update video, and once everything is truly finished, I'll do a nice proper room tour video. So look forward to that. Thank you very much for watching. I'm sure this was kind of a weird video for me. So all of you that are still here, thank you. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, all those fun YouTube things. Check the description below for links to my storefront where you can get official shelf space t-shirts and more. And yeah, thank you again, and I'll see you the next time you invade my shelf space.